Hey guys, Ken Sean here. No Man Walks Alone. We got our drops here. We just went through Beams. We're gonna go through the rest of the Friday drops. Next, we have our full collection from Letter. It's a smaller collection, but very good, as it always is. First piece up we have is a shape you've seen before. It's their like camp collar shape. What makes this thing special is the just a really awesome like collar. It's like the little notch in the lapel right here, or the collar is like just very small, and it just creates for like really beautiful opening. Of course, he always uses like super duper unique dead stock buttons. I wouldn't normally point out buttons on the live, but these buttons are like really crazy. They're like different on all the different shirts. And also the little like patch pockets on the bottom of the hem, just a really cool detail. They pattern match it pretty well, so you guys may not even be able to like see it super well, but it's a really nice little unique detail. You can tuck it in. It might be a little weird with the specific pants that you're wearing, but I think you could definitely do it. I would definitely do it. But you could just wear it open as well with a tank top underneath or something like that. Really cool, like cream gray and like khaki color stripes on it. It's a very handsome shirt. I think it looks handsome in the photos. I believe it's definitely that in person as well. Next up, same shape as before, just done in black. I believe the fabric is a cotton linen. It's more linen than cotton, but it's definitely still like an airy feel. Both the feels of the shirts are the same. This one just has a black base, kind of like a washed out black, not quite gray, still definitely black, with that like brass color, as well as the like kind of natural cream color in the stripes. And just like the distance of the stripes are just like very handsome as well, very cool. Of course, those like really unique buttons that he uses, different from the ones over here in the hand pockets. Just very elegant shirts that you can dress up or wear super duper casually to the beach or whatever. I would just like replace this with this shirt. You guys can see it, you can imagine it. In terms of sizing for these, it goes from small to large. If you are a larger guy, large like XL guy, this isn't the shirt for you. The large will fit like a more relaxed size large. And the shirt is going to be like a boxier, more relaxed fit. So just go with your typical US letter size. On that, same with this shirt, very similar shape to the one we've seen before, but this is like essentially a woven polo. Striped polos look good in knit, but you made it look good in a woven as well. Really cool, like buttonless placket polo over here. You got the nice little pocket on the side. Again, the distance of the stripes, very elegant. And of course that like base color, that like burnt orange, I really like warm tones, so this shirt is perfect with the cream stripes. Very simple shirt, very light as well. This is also cotton and linen. I think it's a little bit more cotton, so the feel is slightly different. This one feels a little bit more airy. This one feels a little bit more poplin-y. Yeah, it's really cool woven polo shirt that you can pop over. Again, small to medium. Go to true US letter size, especially since you're gonna have to like shimmy this one on. I think sizing is a little bit more important on that one. Next, we have another shirt that you guys have seen before. This is the double pleated drawstring trouser. This one does not have any closure in the front. You just gotta rely on getting your hips and bottom all inside of the pant. There is like a little bit of elastic, nothing much. It's not gonna stretch a whole lot. But even if you go a little larger, it's best because you can just cinch that waist right in. It'll be perfect. You have the two pleats over here for some shape in the pant. Two pockets, of course, as well as in the back. There's really no hardware. They have like a faux placket over here just to make it look like pants and not like pajamas, which is appreciated. And yeah, just really cool. Of course, matches the polo, so you guys can get the full set. Get a jacket up, kind of just like to break up the stripes, and you're perfect. Really cool summer set. super easy to wear, very airy. And I like the airy, fabrics with like larger, looser pants in the summer. It's just very cooling. Last up is, oh, my apologies. Same sizing on this, small to large. These are gonna be wider fitting pants, so just a note. But go with your true US letter size. Anybody wearing it now? Okay. Next up is the same shape actually. These are the drawstring double pleated pants, just in a very different fabric. This is in a washed linen, and it's like a super soft washed linen. It feels like almost like a brushed cotton of some sort. It doesn't even really feel like linen, but it drapes exactly like linen would, and it's just incredibly soft and pleasing to the hand and to the legs. Tell the folks out
Super
here.
pleasing on the legs. My legs are like this.
Woo!
It's nice, yeah. Really airy, really good. Usually with like pants that are this high up rise, I usually don't get like an inseam that covers all the way down, but it like just falls perfectly. I really like the drawstring, that like rope, almost like jute-like drawstring. It feels very beachy, very like vacation vibes. Matches a little straw hat if you got one. And yeah, like them a lot. Super good.
Yeah. Great pants, Frank. Thank you. Yeah, of course we have it in this black color, and we also have it in this like oatmeal-y color right here. You guys can see it's very similar to the Beams one, except the Beams one, of course, you have the herringbone twill on it. This one you just have this like twill fabric, and the feels are very different. This one feels like linen, and this one just feels like a dream, But yeah. That is it for Frank Letter. We're gonna move on to tie your tie. Get the tie game right. You're gonna need it for your shirts, your suits, all that.
Welcome. Coming to my tie your tie little like shop in the shop. Tie your tie, you guys probably know, based in Florence, like really storied maker of neckwear and accessories. I think a lot of people would say probably the finest make and quality when it comes to making ties. The hand rolling is really incredible. The artisan in Tuscany that do that really know what they're doing. And we typically buy 3-fold untipped ties from them because we like the kind of a little bit of a lighter construction. That being said, this is the assortment for the season. We've got some jacquard. One thing I should mention is Kenji Kaga, who's the creative director for and the owner of Tie Your Tie, is really inspired by retro clothing, by 1940s and 50s and 30s, and so a lot of the patterns, and whether they're jacquard or printed, tend to have a little bit of that retro feel. Some of it can go a little bit like over what maybe we would want to wear, and we tend to leave that to someone else. And then we pick some that are just retro enough to be exciting and something that you would wear that doesn't look like your typical, Ferragamo or Hermes style, no shade, but your typical tie that you would see on every businessman out there. Jacquard patterns for these 2 ties that are like 100% silk. The olive one with the red jacquard pattern that's very like kind of like deco, little like diamonds in there, and then the slate blue. Both colors are a little bit unusual and they're really good, and they'll work really well with kind of a more of a summer fit because they do have a little bit of that lighter value, not too dark. Those are 100% silk and jacquard. These are a mix of linen, silk, and cotton, I think. Something like that. It's on the website, you'll see it. And so they have like a very like mixed type of color to them, which is very pleasing. A little bit of a thicker tie because of the pattern and this kind of like micro herringbone weave into it. This is a lovely kind of like coral, I think we call that maybe burnt orange, and this kind of like orangey brown, which I think we call copper brown. Always difficult to like see some of those colors on the iPhone, but I think you'll see it on the website. We've got those 2 Very, very, very cool and very Kenji Kaga, very Tai style retro prints. Once again, like, you know, it's like a silk twill, and that's something that really is not as common as your like everyday tie in that navy and olive. We got this like perfect summer tie, which is made out of Solao, you know, really the classic Solao, which is this like herringbone in wool and silk. And then finally, we have this beautiful woven stripe tie, which is gives a little bit of a collegial kind of like ivy vibe, but not too much because it's only really 2 colors in there, as opposed to like multiple colors that you sometimes see for collegiate ties. And then finally, that's all the ties. And finally, we have pocket squares. There's only 3 on the table because there's 1 in my pocket. And we are like still in that like very, very retro vibe. Those like huge psychedelic, like twisted like diamonds. And those really make for like great pocket square because you want something that's kind of like, you know, big pattern and visible like that. And you got all the colors you need. This blue, that's kind of a little bit like more saturated than navy. The black, which I think is surprisingly useful. You'd see that. You can wear that from like a black tie to like any like even casual outfits. The burgundy one and the olive one that I'm wearing right now, which kind of is a good match for that beige. That's it for tie. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good weekend if it's Friday for you.